just finished testing the Formula 270 Bowrider. It's powered by a Mercruiser 8.2 liter V8. This is the new Mercruiser. It has a 4-star rating on it, which means this is the lowest emissions engine currently on the market. So, you know, problems like carbon monoxide when you're sitting around the engine, not going to be a problem with this boat. I'll tell you what, we got really good performance. This is a, pretty deep V hull, this substantial hull, which means you get a tremendous ride in the chop. So you can take this thing to the Bahamas without a problem. And we got on plane in 4.5 seconds and got to 30 miles an hour in 9.4 seconds with a top speed of 51.2 miles an hour, which is really booking it. I'll tell you what, I love driving formulas around. It's like a slow motion tennis match. If you're around people, all of a sudden the heads will slowly start turning your way. With a sapphire blue color, I'll tell you what, it's a real looker. Let's go back to the dock and take a look at some more of the features. Well, Scott, it's clear Formula understands that people hang out on all different areas of the boat, especially the rear, when you're at anchor watching the kids swim.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you can see the way that the boats have evolved over the past 15 years. First you had the extended swim platforms, and then like you say, it's more spending time out on the water. How can we make that a little bit more enjoyable? And we end up with an aft lounge seat, and this has actually gone through its own evolution.
Right, this is the most sophisticated one. I tell you, I remember the first couple of versions, a little complicated to work. Not the case with this one, is it?
Exactly, I can get up there and I can open and shut that aft lounge with one hand.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's take a look and you show it to me.
Let's take a look.
All right, Scott, show me what we have going on here.
Okay, well, just flip down the aft seat, push in the brace, put it down, and you have yourself a standard swim platform.
Right.
But one thing we added on this model, if we pop that up, bring this out, you also have a little bit of storage and a lot of extension. Bring that out, bring that down, and I'm 6'1", and that could take care of every little bit of me.
So you're taking care of the basketball players now too, right?
Exactly. You got to cater to every market.
Sweet.
So let me pop that back up. And again, this is all built with weather-resistant vinyl, dry fast foam for quick drying, and everything in the cockpit also is made of starboard or starlight for the base instead of the plywood.
Right. Well, I mean, you've created a great little environment, really conducive to conversation back there, right?
Exactly. And like I say, if you want to cruise, you're going to cruise. But if you want something, you can go out on the water for the afternoon or the whole day, actually, at the lake, and then bring her back and park it in front of the cottage or put it on the trailer and take it home.
Right.
This is exactly the type of boat for you.
Now you can kind of configure this cockpit the way you want. I've seen other things in this area here. What can you do?
To an extent, over here you've got a place for a table and a filler cushion, and over here you notice you do have a jump seat. If you prefer, you can order a wet bar so that you can have some water available and a little storage beneath it. But some people are just going to get their beverages out of the cooler.
Right.
They get a little bit of extra seating room, and again, it's just whatever you need.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, we were jamming with the stereo a little earlier, and this is part of it, the Kenwood speakers here, but I'll tell you, you're clearly ready for a little water sports action, aren't you?
Absolutely, and this is optional, but there's quite a few of the boats that actually do go out with it, and people seem to enjoy it, and it's just one more extension. Everybody enjoys sitting out and lounging and everything, but if you've got a bunch of kids with pent-up energy, you can go, everything wakeboarding to...
You got to wear them out.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
No doubt. Well, let's take a look at the helm and see what we have going on there. Okay. Well, Scott, it's no great surprise that there's a classy-looking helm here with you guys, but tell me a little bit about what we have.
Well, it's funny. There's been an evolution in this as well within the Formula product line and in boating in general, but we're seeing more and more of this automotive look in our dashboards. I think that has a lot to do with you're seeing more wood accents in high-end automobiles, but you're also growing along with the gauge capabilities. 8-9 years ago, it wouldn't all be smart craft driven.
Right.
You know, all the digital things and everything, you just had a wire leading to a sender somewhere. With this, you get not only the look, but you get the utility. And like I said, you'll see this kind of matching what you're behind in your driveway, but very, very distinctive, and you know, it's just a good, rich look.
Let's take a look at this head compartment here.
Yeah, this is probably going to be a little bit roomier than what you expect, and if you take a look at that, you see how easily that door swings.
Right.
And you know, this is part of our lamination program. There's a lot of resin transfer molding with the finish and the good look there. But yeah, it's got everything you need, obviously, to do what you need there. This particular boat has an optional manual head with a holding tank. The standard's a porta potty, but you know, regardless of what you get, you can see how roomy it is.
It looks like something you'd find on a yacht, not a Bowrider.
Yeah, exactly. When I see a head on a boat and say I would feel comfortable in there
For emergency use only, right?
Exactly, or contemplation.
Well, that's great. Well, let's take a look at the bow and see what you guys have done up there.
Okay.
Scott, I love the bow area here, and I understand you can change the configuration here, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You can, first start off, you can get an optional filler cushion package that'll include a backrest that extends across here. Mm-hmm. But, in your standard boat, you can just take this cushion, set this over here.
Nice.
It enables you to swing your legs forward, and if you look, you actually have an armrest behind there too.
Oh, great.
So it flips down, and we've all spent the whole day riding on the side of the bow.
Right.
But if you've got enough room and there's not quite so many people, that's another little interesting thing. You can look around without crooking your neck everywhere.
Well, the thing for me too is I have a kind of a bad back, and when you're in these Bowrider seats, and all of a sudden you hit some rough water, you're kind of trapped here. At least here you can kind of take a little bit with your legs there, and it's a really more comfortable position for like cruising for a couple hours or so.
Exactly.
To me.
Exactly. We do have an anchor locker with a beach splatter as well.
Nice.
So if you don't want to have to crawl from here all the way back all over everybody else and the extra cooler that's sitting in the middle,
right,
you can escape forward.
I hate that when you get off the back of the boat, you're in like chest deep water on the beach, and I don't like cold water, so that's great. Well, Scott, appreciate you showing me around.
Hey,
thanks a lot.
Thank you, Alan.
For more information on the Formula 270 Bowrider and other great boats, go to boatingworld.com. I'm Alan Jones, and we'll see you out on the water.